Noble L Works over on 1621 South Sinclair, where you can get discounts by just mentioning HITI, Halos in the Infield. Drink discounts on us, baby. And also buy 714 tickets. 714 tickets. The price you see is the price you get, and you also get 10% additionally off in the Apply Now code once you order your tickets just by mentioning HITI, Halos in the Infield. Now enjoy the show.
Live every night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Welcome to the Halos in the Infield post-game podcast with Todd Fox, sponsored by Noble Ale Works Brewery, as well as 714 Tickets. This is your nightly destination for all things Los Angeles Angels. Come join Todd as he recaps every thrilling and disappointing moment from tonight's game, win or lose. Get ready for insightful analysis, fan reactions, and Todd's engaging commentary. Plus, fans can call in live to the Halo Hotline to have their voices and opinions heard as well.
It's the Halo Hotline.
Stay tuned in for your chance to win free Halos merchandise with our weekly trivia.
It's all about the game.
It's time to dive into the heart of Angels baseball with Todd Fox on the Halos in the Infield postgame podcast.
There's a drive from Mike Trout. See you later. That is long gone.
It's the Todd Fox postgame podcast with your host, Todd Fox.
Hey, welcome into another episode of the Halos in the Infield postgame show on this Sunday afternoon, 1:43 as we start. I am pissed off. I'm really pissed off, and I'm going to go into a rant on this one once we get settled in here. For first of all, go to 714 Tickets and get that 10% discount like was said in the ad via Halos in the Infield. You can get 10% off of any ticket you want to go to. I'm going to get started here by just saying, as the Angels lose this series and another series lost, you could be like, whoa, what's wrong with you, Todd? I thought you weren't predicting this team to be that good this season. I thought that you were expecting them to be under 500. Yes, and yes. But I expected to be in games like this. And yes, you said, well, Todd, you're being a little contradicting because yes, you wanted them to be in games. And if you lost games like this, you said it. Remember, Todd, you said it, that you wanted them to be in it, at least play to the end and be down to the last runner on base and have a shot to win. I said all that. Yes, I do. But sometimes you're in the moment. You took some other prior losses that you should have won, and you really needed to get this W. I think this team really needed to get this W to kick off the road trip, not taking another one on the chin before you go into a tough place that you hardly win, which you've lost 8 straight series to in Tampa. Then you got an unpredictable Cincinnati after that. You don't know what they're going to give you. You've never played there before. So it's like, again, you got to take the wins when you get them. And again, I'm not saying that all these are going to count so we could get to the playoffs. Normal seasons, I would believe in that. Normal seasons, I'm like, okay, we got to win all these games. Yes, and yes, I do believe in winning series so that you can set yourself up. And yes, it would be nice to get through a good April at 500 or better. I'm all for that. But losing games like this to a bitch called Kelly Jansen, who again is one of those closers who will somehow, because he wore blue and white, make the fucking Hall of Fame. You watch. He has 2 fucking pitches. Never pitched in quality games like Mariano Rivera. And when he did, his ass got lit up. But he'll still make the Hall of Fame because he wore white and blue. While you have other closers who have more saves who don't get in or only get in because of Veterans Committee 20 years later, like Lee Arthur Smith. Where the hell is Francisco Rodriguez in the talk? Way more saves than this asshole. Yet Kelly Jansen gets talked up. Even by our stupid media, we talk him up. He's got 2 fucking pitches, and none of them were good today. And as we set up ourselves for success with the bases loaded, and again, I've been knocking Rendon, and he deserves all the hate from me, you, and your grandma. But today he came through with 2 big hits, including a very good sacrifice, which Neto was heads up for once and went from first to second, giving the Angels a golden opportunity to at least tie. Send it to extra innings, and if we lose in extra innings, fine. I wanted to have a BS on that BS pitcher, which means a blown save on that piece of shit, overrated Kelly Jansen. You had them. My question to Ron is, you called a good game up until Suarez, which we'll get into. You called a good game as far as the hitter's mentality, changing up their approach in the 8th and 9th inning. You could tell Ron and the staff really wanted the game, and I really appreciate it because Numbnuts Nevin would have gave up on the game in the 6th inning. Dumbass Joe would have already smoked the bull, and he would have checked out, waiting for the mystery van to show up so he could take off with Scooby-Doo and get ready for the next adventure. But Ron Washington had these boys playing hard. And yes, you could say, well, hey, you know what? Louis Renifo missed by a foot down the left field line on that first pitch. Okay. Where was that pitch? It was not in the strike zone. That would have been ball 1. Why are you helping out a guy who has struggled? Now, pitch 2, good rip. Down the line, just foul again. I see his frustration, but right then and there, Louis, call a timeout, collect yourself, get a sign from the coaches. You were absolutely locked into trying to swing at the next pitch, and Jansen knew it. And that's the only credit I'll give that overrated piece of shit. He knew that you were swing happy at that point. So he throws something up and away, and you swing. So wasted opportunity. Dude, if you had a plate appearance like you did earlier in the game and ground one to the right side, you get that run in, and we're tied. That's all you need to do. Don't do too much. Stop trying to be the hero. Just get that run in and save it for Trout. So then what happens? Trout comes up, and for about 90% of the at-bat, no, I take that back. 60% of the at-bat, it was a good at-bat by him, seeing multiple pitches. However, he is still facing the same problem. 6 home runs, 8 RBIs, not being able to get a clutch hit when it counts. He's had a couple clutch home runs. I get it. But please, why has he not tweaked his swing? He's got all the ability in the world. Trust me. The pitch that he hit for the triple, beautiful. Went down and got it. But you need to speed up your bat swing, level it off, and swing a little bit earlier. Those foul balls that were fouled off by Trout were pitches that if he's on target, they're in center field, they're in the gap, they're over the fence. But he's swinging late on fastballs. Kelly Jansen's fastball and his cutter are the exact same speed. At some point, Trout needs to catch up with that fastball. Lower the leg. I mean, Rob's talked about it in the podcast. We've brought it up on the show several times. And I actually thought they were going to be too scared of Trout and they were going to go to Ward, but I see why not going to Ward is a good thing, because even with first base open and just a single to come through right there, even if Trout is connecting with those balls, what if he pops one up? Because he's been doing that too. You get out of the inning. And Ward has been spraying the ball all over the field. He's leading the team with 16 RBIs. I think he's leading the AL. So, yeah, I don't want to face the hot hitter on deck. Yeah, he doesn't have 6 home runs, but Ward's got 5 home runs, 16 RBIs, batting .330. I'd be scared of that dude too. So he gets Trout again, 9th strikeout against Kelly Jansen? Really? And again, he walks away with all the praise. And that's your 9th inning. In a game where he had the bases loaded for the Angels are down 2. And why are they down 2 runs? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's Todd's great comeback story of last season. Maybe it's Todd's great Suarez. Woo, Suarez. Hey, who's going to be your MVP or comeback player or the player to watch, Todd, in 2023? Oh, I don't know. There's this Ohapi kid. Fuck that guy. He sucks. Oh, what about Moniak? Nah, fuck that guy. He sucks too. All the guys in the Angels suck. I'll tell you who's good. Suarez. And every time that bitch... yeah, shut up, Nelson. Every time that fool pitches for the goddamn Angels, I think, man, Todd, you're stupid. Why did you put any faith in him? You gave him the Todd jinx. He sucks. Every time I see him out there, I'm like, yep. And you know what he does every time? And every time you hear Gooby go, hey, he should trust his pitch there on 3-2. No, he's not going to trust his pitch. Every time he's got somebody 3-2, what does he do? Slider low and away. Fastball down and outside or down and inside. He won't throw it in the strike zone. Yet when he's 0-2, you best believe that bitch is right down the middle. And you wonder, and he has that stupid look on his face. I didn't know he's going to hit it. Well, he threw it down the fucking middle. What's your problem? Dude, Suarez is, I'm telling you, in a way, in a game like this, I don't want him to blow it. If he wants to pitch yesterday or in the games that they're getting blown out against any other team, fine. Let him pitch. Let him throw himself off the team because that's what I want now. It went from, hey, let me talk this guy up. He's going to be a comeback player of the year, blah, 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 to now throw yourself off the team. You're out of options. Let them DFA you. Get yourself gone. That's what I want from Suarez. But don't put him in, Ron, when it's a one-run game. Because guess what? Those 2 runs cost us the game. And let's get into the game so far. It was a balanced attack by the Angels. 4 runs, 9 hits, right? And you're always like, hey, those 4-letter word, how did they do with runners in scoring position? Well, they did. They left 8 men on base. 1 for 10. 1 for 10. That's not going to get it done. Again, you convert 3 of 10, maybe 2 of 10, and you win this game, or possibly they're still playing as we speak. But no, you can't come through with runners in scoring position. Positives out of this game were the fact that Drury hit a home run. Okay, good. Could he come through with runners in scoring position? Nope. Trout? Nope. Louis Renifo? He had a ground out, so sacrifice. You can kind of count that. Hicks came through with the only RBI with runners in scoring position, and Hicks had a bad game. Look at this lineup. Okay, look, Rendon, 2 for 3. He had a beautiful hit and run earlier in the game. That was great. But Renifo's 0 for 5. That big one in the 9th sucked. He had 2 strikeouts. Trout had 1 for 4 with that triple. He scored a run, 2 strikeouts. Ward was 1 for 4. Hicks 1 for 4, 3 Ks. Drury got the 2 hits, at least upped his average to 196. You had O'Hoppe 1 for 3. Lucky his ass didn't get hurt. Thank you, Mr. Jansen, throwing at his goddamn head twice. Adele went 0 for 3. Moniak came in with a nice pinch hit. That was a good switch right there in the 9th inning. Neto 0 for 2, but had a run scored, 2 walks. But you had 11 more Ks, and you look at the Red Sox, they went 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. 9 strikeouts. I mean, this was a back-and-forth game. Anderson, what can you say about Anderson? First inning, gives up 2 solo blasts. To guess who? Shocker. No surprise. Household names that we're making household. Tyler O'Neill, again. It feels like, we played Boston 6 times, the only 6 times we're going to play them all year, and it feels like O'Neill's hit 20 home runs against the Angels. And then you're like, every time Casas comes up, he looks like those first basemen that play for Oakland. They don't hit anybody else, but when the Angels play him, it's home run city. And again, Casas will probably hit 5 home runs the rest of the year, but the majority of them came against the Angels. It's goddamn ridiculous. And those guys got off to good starts, and then was like, oh man, like they're starting off, down 2-0. The Angels are in trouble. I didn't think, it was all that bad. But my thing is this. Hold on, as I'm trying to take care of something right here on this little scoreboard here. Hold on. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. So you gave up 2 runs. It's 2-0. Drury homer to make it 2-1. Renifo grounds out. Fielder's choice 2-2. Reyes doubled to center. Duran scored. It was 3-2. It's not all that bad, but you had to take out our boy Anderson, who only pitched 4 1/3, 3 runs, 4 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, 2 home runs, 93 pitches. His numbers, if you look at him, 4 hits allowed, 3 runs, 3 earned runs. That's not that bad. The problem is the innings pitched are only 4 1/3, and the 2 home runs you could kind of look aside because those are solo shots. The problem is 56 out of his 93 pitches, nearly 50%, were balls. That's why you're losing the game. That's why you were pulled from the game, because you goofed around too much in the freaking lineup. He had too many 3-1 counts, 3-2 counts. He was struggling a lot in this game. And again, credit to Anderson. He didn't put the Angels behind the ball, the 8 ball too much. Simber came in there and did a good job in 2/3 of an inning, got a walk, but got through the inning, got a nice little pickoff, did his job. Simber did a good job. Suarez, on the other hand. Now, again, I know since Cisnero tried to throw gasoline on the fire when it was 5-3, I get it. But because Ron Washington came out and said, hey, man, get your shit together. Stop it. Be better. Or whatever he told him. He got Cisnero to settle down. Cisnero looked like a real pitcher. Now, Suarez, on the other hand, there's no need, in my opinion, to have Suarez out there. He's got an 8.74 ERA now. 24 of his 48 pitches were strikes. So that's right at 50%. That's terrible. 2 innings pitched, 2 runs allowed. Of course, to like one of the least power hitter guys on the team, Yoshida, hits a 2-run blast. He had 3 strikeouts. But again, the key here, 3 walks. 3 walks. So again, I'm not slamming Anderson. I know he threw too many pitches. Maybe it was a strike zone. Maybe he was just a little bit off. To me, he still pitched all right. He left the Angels in a situation where, God damn it, you only need a run to come back. Calm your tits. You know, you're not down 5-0 like he would pitch us behind last year. So I'm good with that. And it's a getaway day. So again, you don't have a day off tomorrow, but you have the majority of tonight off. I don't want to hear about anyone being tired tomorrow. But then again, it's the Angels. They need their memes. I just was pissed off that, again, we went to Suarez in a tight game. Only use this fucker when it's 7-1. Only use it when they're 8-1 down or 8-1 up. Why are we putting him in these situations? Dick has an 8 ERA. There's other guys we could have used. But again, maybe Ron's trying to say, sink or swim, buddy. And he did the same thing with Rendon. All of a sudden, Rendon's starting to swim. Rendon's saying, hey, fuck you, Todd. You can't talk about me. I got 2 more hits. I got a sacrifice fly. I'm doing my job. I'm not making errors. Maybe tone it down a little bit on me. Be nice to Mr. Rendon. I'm not taking off every other day. I like the fans. I speak English now. Maybe I got to pull off of that. But now my scapegoat, or the little pink flamingo, the plastic one outside your house that you kick on the way out because you're pissed off about work. Now the pink flamingo is Suarez. And I was like, fuck you, Suarez. I'm going to work. Because that's how it is, man. Suarez is terrible. He's got nothing on the fastball, nothing on the slider. His changeup's even worse. He tips pitches. What's his purpose? Cut the bastard and bring another pitcher up. I'm sure we got another pitcher like Fulmer, who from the left side. Anybody. I want to see new blood. We know what we got with Suarez. He ain't going to change. I'm totally wrong. I whiffed on that one. I'm terrible on that one. So let's get into the awards. I'm just so angry because this is a game we should have won, dude. This is a game we literally should have won. And instead, you know, they are who we are, and we let them off the hook.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Yeah, and I'm pissed off. As you should be, man. This was a game we should have freaking had. Let me just get into the awards tonight before I lose it even more. So angry, though, man. Like, again, I could take losses at times, but just when you have ones like this, Golden Stamos. The John Stamos Award goes to Yoshida. 1 for 3, a home run and a big walk. Again, it does not take much to get the ball out of that stadium. And again, remind me if Yoshida's from the left side. Oh, yeah, he's a left-handed batter. Oh, yeah. So, Oh, so guys shouldn't, when you have a lefty-lefty matchup, it's usually in the pitcher's favor. Oh, but if you leave one up in the zone and you leave a real lazy ass slider to a left-handed hitter, it doesn't matter what country that guy's from. It doesn't matter what college he played at, what, if he's a minor league or whatever. Usually you can hit those because those feel like batting practice pitches. Suarez didn't get the memo. He's like, nah, he can't hit it. I'm Big Papi. And he throws the pitch and bam, 2-run shot, man. Puts you right out of the game. And again, kudos to the Angels for fighting back. They just did not execute in the 9th inning like they should have against a overrated piece of shit in Kelly Jansen. Like I said, I wanted to see a BS next to that name, blown save, and there should have been one. So that angers me big time. Let's talk about who got the nacho night. And I think if you've been watching for the last 5 minutes, you pretty much know who it's going to go to.
I love the nachos, gas station nachos. I love those nachos, yeah. Gas station nachos, ow.
The Nacho Night Award goes to someone that I would just like to spoonful some of those SpaghettiOs and those nasty little pretzels that are in those nacho chips down his fat throat, and that would be Jose Suarez, known as ass number 2. 2 innings pitched tonight, 2 earned, the biggest 2 earned runs of the night, which are the 2-run homer, and of course he sprinkled in 3 walks just because he's Suarez. 3 walks. I gotta love that guy. So he's like, I don't like when the bases are empty. It makes me feel a little lonely. I've got to leave guys on base. I like my friends to reach base every now and then. And that's what he does. There's always guys dancing around the bases, and then he helps them out with a home run and then has a dumb look on his face. Did you also see when they threw the ball back to him and he almost fell? I mean, that's Jose Suarez right there in a nutshell. Dude has like 2 left feet. So I'm super annoyed at that guy. I can't wait till he's DFA'd. He's got to be at some point. I mean, you can't put up with this more than freaking April, right? If he's still pitching to an 8.9 ERA, what's his point? Where the hell was Matt Moore? Why couldn't you have used Matt Moore in that situation? Again, numbnuts Nevin, I get that. Again, Ron Washington's going to take his criticism. I haven't put anything on him because I love the way he's coached up the guys, and maybe he's trying to say pitch your way off this team or pitch your way on this team. I don't know. But the logical move, the un-numbnuts Nevin move would be, instead of throwing away games because you don't chase wins, I know Ron was chasing this one. So if you're chasing it offensively, which you change the strategy, you might want to have said, okay, we got a travel day. We got the rest of the afternoon off. Matt Moore, throw him in there. Let's see if he can at least get an inning. Okay, if you don't want to pitch him 2 innings, totally get it. Leave him set for tomorrow as well. But pitch Matt Moore. It's a 1-run game, lefty-lefty situation. Why are we going to this pitch? Tell me why. Tell me why. I mean, come on. It pisses me off. Let's start the comments. Maybe you guys can cheer me up. Chubbs says, why do you build me up? See, Chubbs, this would be a buttercup game, but damn it, we didn't have the lead. Walks killed us. Yes, they did, Dan Rios. Mateo says, I'm beyond pissed off right now, and the only thing I want to yell is, fuck! Yes, I missed that. Balls, and buttercupped again. Not necessarily a buttercup, but it is.
Time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
Buttercups, maybe. But no, it's not Savage Garden either tonight. It's because we didn't lose from the start. Well, we tied it. So balls, and another
Time
walk.
for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
Another walk. James Malou says
Emotional damage.
and another walk. Trout is not clutch when it all matters, and I hate that. I want him to be. Todd, on the bright side, a lot of teams in the AL West aren't playing good. Seattle is down. Texas lost. Athletics hopefully lose to the Nats. If we're hoping for the Athletics to lose, that sucks. And if I'm looking at the division right now, again, let's just say the Angels win 3 of those 8 that they lost, right? They'd be 10-5 right now and sitting 3 games up in first place. Instead, you're 7-8. It's not the end of the world, but I don't want to look at the division right now. I want them to win games that they should win. This was one that they let it get away. And Seattle's 6-9, Oakland's 6-9, Houston's at 5. Do you think that's going to stay like that all year? Hell no. Trout is clutch. If there's nobody on, the game isn't on the line. Oh, I hate that.
How dare you?
Reminded me of Ohtani struck his ass out in the World Baseball Classic. Oh, don't remind me about that. My daughter loves Ohtani, and I see that stupid highlight on our TV all the time. At least we saved some arms, but I'm tired of Jose Suarez. Oh, my God. Trout is not clutch, Sega says. Let's see. Also, Mo and K-Rod are elite. Yes, they are. K-Rod needs to get in. He sure does, dude. Randy's been screaming that. Rob's been screaming at everybody. Fernando, why the hell Francisco Rodriguez doesn't get more love with those crazy ass sliders, that herky jerky, what is it called? Pitching that he had to throw off the batters. He was elite. Absolutely. T Shane says USC needs a robo umps too. Woman fight last night. The lady got choked unconscious, and not only did the ref not stop the fight, but he let her stumble back to her corner. Yeah, that's going to cause her more than emotional damage. That's going to be more than like her head's going to be gone. One Jets Pod says, preach. Fucking Trout, man. Sega says. Also, James Malou says, balls, and zoinks. I think that's Joe Madden when he finds out that it was one of the neighbors that was pretending to be a ghost. He's all, zoinks!
Time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
Zoinks, Shaggy! Louis Renifo was bad today, 0 for 5. He did get the sacrifice, which if he did that earlier in the game or late in the game too, if he hit just a ground ball to the right side, we're still talking Angels baseball. Andrew says they've lost the series, every series except Miami. The Angels is the only roster where Suarez is still a major leaguer. Shit is embarrassing. I'm telling you. R. Martinez says, I've been telling you guys, Trout is not clutch. Also, Ward is more scarier than Trout right now. He sure is. Mike Trout, not clutch. Grill Master says, I was hoping Trout wasn't gonna bat. I was hoping that they would have walked him, or if Trout could at least went the other way and got a single. But man, he's just behind, dude. Anderson be like, I don't play for record scoreless innings here, boys. Here's a couple runs early. He's all, yeah. Let me get that out of the way. And the batting order of the Angels was like this for the most part when they needed runners in scoring position. They were. Play this one. We went back to that last year. Wait for the hook right here. Rendon played better than Trout today. That's how bad Trout is. He's not bad. It's just, dude, come on. Bye Cisnero, bye Garcia, bye Suarez. And that's the other thing, too. Sega wants to say hello to once, but but the thing is, I believe that in some cases, like with Stevenson, would have been a perfect pitcher to bring up right now. But magically, he comes and throws 4 pitches the other day in AAA Salt Lake and says, my arm hurts. It's like, fuck, dude. You know, that's another arm we could have used. Hey, says Todd Fox, stop making any type of assumptions, please. You said Rangers were not going to do anything last year. They won the World Series. Then the Suarez comeback story. Yeah, I know. I've got to quit while I'm ahead. Agree with Hayes. Wardy boy, more like to drive in those runs. Also, Jason says Trout's bat is getting slower. Well, that's why all he needs to do is, if you look back at Tony Gwynn's career, Tony Gwynn hit like a little rough patch to where he wasn't exactly hitting the way he wanted to. He wasn't driving the ball. Well, he became a doubles and triples hitter, a singles hitter, and he began to freaking hit the ball a lot harder once he started to change his batting stance. And Trout still's got that uppercut swing, and if he just like lays back a little bit, I'm telling you, he'll be back to the way he was before, and we'll be singing his praises. It's just, can they get through to him and get him to change his mechanics? I honestly hate losing on a Sunday more than any other day, especially in this fashion. Exactly, Hayes, and especially to Boston. Suarez should never be in this game, only if it's a blowout. All he's good for is eating innings when they don't matter. Thank you, Andrew Rivas. Demetrio says balls, and lack of situational hitting.
Time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
Situational hitting. Also, One Jets Pod says, I missed that one right there. If you could put that one back up on the screen right there. It says Suarez is trash. Exactly. And that's you honking your honk, because that's what a honk comment is. That's what Suarez is right now. He's that bad.
Pretty cocky. I want balls and John Stamos.
Suarez sucks. Agree with Ben Washington. Worst call putting Suarez in. He won't ever do that again in a tight game. Book it. So at least Marty's like, he'll learn. Drury Homer, Q Bally's. That's for sure. They were like, hey, did you check out that ball to the left field? I'd like to see that guy's launch angle. Jason says Suarez a pinchy wavion. I know I killed that one. Also, Big 20 says, I wish Trout would have had a hit in that fucking ball, but I watched a game today and I know I get some San Diego and Dodgers game on DirecTV, and I've lost the V card at a chick's house last night with a small group of, oh my God. You lost your V card? That's no, that's more clutch than Suarez. But let's see, balls, and walks screw us over. DFA, goddamn
Time
Suarez.
for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
DFA Suarez. Big 20. I don't know, man. I mean, if I don't even know how to approach that one. So the Sox go 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position, and they won. That's baseball. That's probably because they got a couple home runs. And again, the Red Sox, I mean, look, that's why they won. They got the 3 big home runs, and that's how look, sometimes we're out here saying, hey, enough of the home runs. We want to see singles and doubles. That's true. But this was not it. Look, in all actuality, the Angels should have won this game with getting one more hit with runners in scoring position. They would have won this game straight up. They would have won 6-5 if they would have held it with Estevez, but nope. Back in the sub 500 hole again, and it's not even May yet. The season starts tonight. What a fucking joke. Roger, I think that's your cue.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Jason says only good teams come back and capitalize. We're not a good team. On a good day, we're less than mediocre. That sucks, man, but that could be true. Also, I think we threw the wrong pitches to Connor and to the other Boston hitters. Yes, that's that Wong joke is so fresh, by the way. I even used it this year, but it is what it is, man. Why would see also Rendon rubbed off on Renifo? But see, that's so Angels too. You can't have nice things all working together at the same time. If you get Rendon somehow going, like he's been going the last few games here in Boston, he's actually hit really good and took in good pitches and actually played good defense. Renifo hits the shitter. You know what I mean? Or if you get Ohapi going, Neto can't do shit. It's like, come on. Again, the games that we've won straight up, it's been a balanced hitting attack where either the whole lineup or 90% of the lineup has gotten hits or contributed at least a walk. The games we lose is when we get 4 guys doing all the heavy lifting and everyone else doing nothing. OJ, One Jets Pod says, where's Bachman? I have no idea. I haven't heard nothing on that dude, which troubles me because I don't want it to be another Rodriguez type story. Anna's trying to get me to pronounce things right. I'm sorry, no offense, Anna, but I never took English seriously, and I'm not taking it seriously now. Rendon sucks, Steve Elise. Also, this is going to be a long season, isn't it? Yes, Mateo. Every time we get our hopes up, they get dashed, and we always feel good until.
Why do you build me up, buttercup baby, just to let me down, mess me around,
and then worst of all, never call baby when you say you will. Yep, Angels are going to Angels. Oh, that never was a thing before. Only thing the Angels could have done to their opponent is go 0 for 7 runners in scoring position. That's how the Angels lose. That's exactly why they lost, Anna. Arnie Moreno checking in with, don't worry, everybody, I'm still here. Is he still mad? Freaking Artie. I have a feeling he's going to call in. At least Cisnero had the white stuff after Wash gave him the pep talk. Yeah, you could tell that actually worked. Call up Plesac. Taught about Suarez, Q swing and miss if you have it. Let's see. Do I have the swing and miss? I don't think I have it on this one yet because there's some that I didn't put in. But every time I see Suarez, I think. Also, Mike Trout is not a Hall of Famer until I see it. Oh, come on now. He is a Hall of Famer. It's just he was clutch at one point. The last couple of years, he hasn't been. What we expect Suarez to be the shit Suarez. Nacho Knight goes to Renifo. So he's like, hey, I want to recount. Also, Plesac is in AAA. Can we please call him up? And he would be an innings eater right here. But I guess, again, not being too – look, I think we're going to have to add another lefty, or we're going to have to rely on a guy who got injured from last year. His name is escaping me right now. The left-hander who had the Tommy John, he's going to be back in a couple months. Maybe you can get rid of Suarez and have him eat innings too. So we'll have to see. Big 20 says, no, but he might be balls, and Mike Trout, and he made a great diving catch. Now, that I didn't talk about. And again, his defense isn't lacking like it did in this series. He was playing his ass off.
Time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
Mike Trout making a nice play. He made a very nice catch in center field. He did that last night as well. So his defense isn't lacking for shit. You're seeing better hustle from him this year. It's just, please, if you can catch up to the fastball, you can throw Trout in the MVP discussion, and you could maybe give him more RBIs than he has this year. Because again, 6 homers and 8 RBIs. Come on, you should be with 6 homers. You should be somewhere where Ward's at, maybe 14 RBIs, maybe 16 RBIs. But come on, I might go home to the home opener next year. Okay, at One Jets Pods, your nachos come with canned weenies. Artie's like, he wants to start it going moist. If it were up to Artie, when they do the wave, as you do the wave going around the stadium, everyone would put their hands up and be like, moist. And, you'd hear like a loud moist throughout the entire stadium going around in circle. I'd actually do that wave because my girl gets mad at me. She's like, where's your spirit? How come you never throw up the wave when it goes around? And you always sit down with your hands folded like you're angry. I'm like, because I don't like the wave, man. Call me whatever, but I just don't like it. It's like a get off my lawn type moment. But if you said, hey, when the wave comes around, you have to jump up and yell moist, I'm all in, brother. T. Shane says, I'm torn. On the one hand, I love seeing the Angels win, but on the other hand, I love a good Todd Fox rant when they lose. Okay. You love me to say,
What the hell's going on out here?
hey, on the positive note, Rangers lost, so the Halos are still only a half game out of first. AL West is horrible. Yes, it's a bad start, but it's not going to stay that way. I think Suarez just walked another hitter, Grillmaster says. Also, Facebook user says Suarez has been messed up by the pitch clock. The game was lost in the 8th inning when Drury hit that first pitch into a double play. And I didn't even talk about that. I literally got up to take a piss before Drury got a hit, hit into the double play. And I go to take a piss. My grandkids are over here. I go into the use the restroom. And then as soon as I'm not even shutting the door in the bathroom, and I hear my daughter and her husband go, oh my God, the inning's over already. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like spraying all over the toilet seat, get out real quick. And I'm like, what the hell? And they're like, Drury hit into a double play. I'm like, dude, fuck, come on. It's right there again for the taking. They could have gotten that run, and then you could have got that one in the 9th. Johnny B. Good says the Angels are who we thought they are, and I'm not letting them off the hook. Yeah, so he's got, first of all, he's understanding that the team is who they are.
Emotional damage.
And then he's just like, fuck
but they
em.
are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
And Kelly Jansen was walking everybody.
Ball 4. Ball 8. Low, and Vaughn has walked the bases loaded on 12 straight pitches. Boy, how can these guys lay off pitches that close?
Exactly. We still let him off the hook. Jason says Trout didn't have to be clutch. Renifo did his effing job. Don't put this on Trout. Good point. And that's what I brought up earlier. Had he come through, we'd be talking differently here. K-Rod had that breaking ball of all breaking balls. Yes, he did, Patrick Carrero, one of the hardest to hit. Chubb says, like I said yesterday, Suarez may be joining Sandy and Canning on the Catella and State College. Also, Mateo says, I'm telling you, I'm getting pissed off if this team doesn't wake up soon. I will flip shit. You're going to be like Danny Glover. Killer loss, especially in the rubber game. We'll see if the kids made what the kids are made of when they go to Tampa. Man, I don't know. Getting a split in that series would be nice. I don't see a 3 out of 4. Yo, the comments on the screen are dope as fuck. Thank you, Hayes. The only thing Trout is looking forward to is a second son due in July. Yeah, Rally Chris, if that's the case, my dad's right. He's like, that guy he gets too much sex. That's why he's not good. Balls, and not a clutch gene. So
we got a lot of.
No, that's the wrong one.
Time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
Balls in my mouth, Patrick Carril says. Oh, he always comes back with that one. He had that one last year, and I was like, man, that's kind of sus. Suarez could still get the starting job in Oakland, likely. Shut up. No way. Big 20 lost his V card in an orgy. God. Oh man, that means Big 20 pulled out his and someone choked on it. That's pretty bad, man. I wasn't thinking that was gonna happen that early, but yikes.
I was pretty cocky. I went.
He was pretty cocky. Oh man, where's the choked on me? There it is.
John Stamos choked on me.
Leaf says if Suarez as Paul O'Neill is to water coolers. Oh yeah, that's true, Leaf. Let's see. Marty says even with his twisted nuts, Sean Will would have been more clutch than Trout. Washington should have had him in a clutch hit. That would have been a ballsy move. I see what you did right there. Real quick though, I need to ask. I really need to ask Erica or someone from Bally's, what kind of injury does Suarez, not Suarez, Sean will suffer from?
These nuts.
Oh, okay, got it. Johnny says, who would have thought that Jimmy Fallon's love for the Sox so much that he would change his name to Christian Casas and join the team? That's dedication. Oh God. Let's resurrect Gene Autry. Jason says that'd be great. Patrick says the only good thing is potentially happening to the Angels this year is that Artie says he's selling the team. Man, I have to see it to believe it, man. After what he did to us, God, talk about emotional damage, dude. I had my honk out for this game on game one of the road trip. I've had to honk, have had to tuck my honk back in after this series, calling the road trip at least best 4 out of 6. Man, your expectations have gone down real quick. Our most clutch hitter and consistent hitter last year was Drury, and it's Drury this season. Mike Trout is at the plate. Fart sound. Uh-oh. Suarez, the new Chris Knapp of the Angels pitching. Jeez, Chris Knapp. Balls, and Drury hits into a double play. That one really sucked, dude. I've almost forgot about that one because of the 9th inning. That one was terrible, dude. That one gets through if he gets a sacrifice. Again, we're only down
Time
one.
for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
Double play. My daughter and her husband, Todd. Oh, Todd, I think you said something wrong. No, I didn't. Let's see. Also, Suarez about as good as my left cancer. Jesus. That's tough, Ethan, and I hope you're just joking about that, even though that's not something to joke about. If you you might want to get that removed. AC says Ron putting in Suarez was waving the white flag. Oh, I hope not, because that's the last thing we need. I thought Philosophy was the manager for a second. Me too. 4-8 Trout till I see him hitting when it matters in the 9th inning. Jeez, this guy. One more loss. It could have been a win. Yeah, I don't have that on here yet. I'll put that one back there. 70 wins, Facebook user says. Suarez went to the Jaime Vieira camp. Let's see, Mike Trout having his son. Congrats on sex. The fans. Big 20 is like, hey, you got it all the way in. Let's see how hopeful the sex can make him perform better in places not named the bed. Jeez, this guy. Let's see. Your dad called it, bro. Trout is having too much sex. Then a couple days later, Trout announces his wife is pregnant. Patrick says, I heard balls in my mouth 1 years ago from a YouTube video that I've watched from some guy, and the balls joke just brought that back from last year. It's hilarious. Patrick's like, hey, I make myself laugh. Also, Marty says Trout is begging the misses for Jensen's pitch. God. Suarez is no bueno. Exactly, Rick. He's terrible. Balls, and ShamWows, balls, contusion.
I was pretty cocky. I want balls and John Stamos.
Shauna Wells, contusion.
These nuts.
That's bad. Shauna Wells going to pull a Rendon. I hope not, dude. He's got to get hitting soon. We need him. Future all-star Anthony Rendon. Let's not go that far, AC. 714 tickets. 714 tickets. You can get your 10% off by watching this bootlicking team lose games on a consistent basis by just mentioning HITI in the promo code. Pac-Man for Suarez. Yeah, when he comes out. Who's worse, Pat Shit Sandoval or Jose Walk, the world's Suarez? That's pretty good. Those two guys combined give us no hope for the playoffs, right, Coach?
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me?
No,
playoffs?
I was just asking. Sorry. More sex. Trout to his wife. Eric says, hey, y'all. Also, I think that's it for the comments so far. We're caught up. So if you guys want to call in, and I'm pretty sure we're going to hear about a certain guy's V card right now, 714-598-3221. But remember, you have 90 seconds to tell us about your sexual escapades. And I'm not asking you to do that, but I know you're going to do it anyway, Big 20. So let's see what happens here. Oh, right on cue. It's the Halo Honk line. Did you lose your V card or not? Because I thought your balls were going to drop and your voice was going to be deep.
I almost did.
Almost doesn't cut it, buddy.
Yeah, but that was a great time to play, and I get to watch. I have Direct TV now, so I get to watch Angels, Padres, and of course that guy who plays up in Dodger Blue, Ohtani. But I'm not going to watch him a lot.
I get it. You get it. But still, man, again, you were like Trout in the clutch today. Did you strike out? I mean, what happened? I just got to know real quick.
So I was in the sixth room, and there was this, like, me and my friend were, like, doing a two-man because he was hooking up with this other girl in the room. And then I was, like, laying on her bed and shit. And then he came and laid with me. And then I had my arm around her and shit. And then she was, like, falling asleep on my arm. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then I was, like, getting, like, really, like, oh, God, I'm getting super, like horn dog right now. And then she fell asleep, and I was like, fuck, she's over it. And so she was over it. And so I didn't lose it last night. Maybe this Friday at the movie premiere. Oh, yeah.
Let me just say this real quick. I'm glad there was no R word related to this story. I'm glad you put on the brakes. Good boy. But the rape word? Yeah, that would be the word. I just didn't want to say it. But here's the thing. Last bit of advice. Don't go into your first experience with another dude in the room. Please don't do that. If you're going to try to score with a chick.
No, my friend was like, oh, let's go on the two-man in her house. And I'm like, what? And then it just, like, somehow happened because we all went up into her room. And I was like, fuck, this is not happening right now.
Yeah, it didn't. Thank God. Thank God for that girl. Okay. All right. Thanks, Big 20. You have a good one, man.
Brother, go.
Okay. There we go. Cut that one off. He sat in the cock shit. AC, you're cold for that one. That is cold-blooded, man. But I love
Got him. Got him.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Sandoval no bueno again. Says, talking, you have Roger ask James to play the highlights and get the phones ready. The phones are ready, Mateo. If you want to call in, 714-598-3221. We just got a sex update from Big 20. I know you guys wanted that because once we broke down the game, it's like, oh, what about Big 20? AC says Angels will make the playoffs if the MLB adds 2 more wild card spots. We already tried that and they still can't sniff it. I mean, what are we going to be like the NBA where the NBA is like, hey, we only want 6 teams to miss the playoffs. The rest of you can all join. I mean, is that what's going to be baseball at some point? We're going to add more playoff spots. And the Angels will still not make it under Artie fucking Moreno. Todd, at this stage, anyone going to play for the All-Star game for us? Yeah, I would believe if Ward in a contract year continues his stuff, I'm pretty sure he's going to make the All-Star game. I'm pretty sure you'll have that. If Detmers can pitch, give you 5 to 6 innings on a nightly, he'll be at the All-Star game. He doesn't exactly have to pitch like he did the first 3 starts, absolutely, but he would be there. I would say you might be able to throw in a reliever or someone else that's surprising you. Trout's going to be a shoe-in just by the name alone. So we could be talking a year where they do win like 70, 75 games and have 4 representatives. And you're like, how the fuck did that happen? But stranger things have happened. It definitely won't be Suarez. I'll give you that. It took only 60 seconds, so we good right there, Hayes said. Also 30 seconds to talk about it. He means about his talk right there. Rally says, after the series, I'll take a 5-5 split. I hope we go 6-4. Well, you are hoping way too much. Bro, Big 20, Ethan says, sounds like a chick squeezed the life out of his balls, bro. Big 20 about to blow up bats on dick. Right when she passed out, he was like... Yeah, that was his penis, because before he walked in there and he was like, and then it quickly became. I think Big 20 pulled out his honk and then he lost his V-car. No, he didn't lose it. He was just teasing us like if it happened. I'm pretty sure the day it happens, I won't even be like 2 minutes into the monologue, and then he's just gonna be blowing the phone lines up. You're gonna be hearing do. Dude, I'll be like, Big 20, wait. And then even though I tell him, I block him, he's still going to try to call me, still trying to message. See Big 20 videoing his chick. Jeez. Fernando says, why do you care so much about a spring training game? Everyone knows the season starts tomorrow. You know what, Fernando? You're absolutely correct. There is no reason for us to be so goddamn upset. The rosters haven't even been set yet. The season starts tomorrow.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Tomorrow. All hell is broken loose up in here, Eric says. Big 20 says, yes, sir. Let's go, because I'm a fan of our team and we want to win just here and win there. Yeah, he's talking about us being kind of by winning, so it's not always winning. It's sort of somewhere in the middle.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
Hanky Panky says, we got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts when Trout gets a clutch hit. Ooh, we need that one bad. Let's see. Big 20 is partying, throwing his bat around like Eric Ibar in the dugout. Ooh. He's just hopefully someone picks it up. Let's see. Also, we got a phone call here. It's the Halo Honk line.
Hey, it's my first time calling in this season.
Oh, it's Fernando. How's it going, my man?
It's going. I just got done with my game, and I see everyone here like freaking out about like the game that happened today, and this guy should have come up in the clutch, this guy shouldn't. Like I said, why do you guys care so much, guys? It's a spring training game. The season starts today. Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow, yeah.
So, yeah, I was just something to say tonight. Not myself on that, but it's tomorrow. So who do you think makes the final roster cut? I think that Simber guy might have it in him. Maybe Miguel Sano, dude. Hell, I got it. Anthony Rendon needs to lead off. Fuck it.
Oh, you know what? That's a great move right there.
Yeah. Dude, I think Kenny's gonna have a good year.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Anderson, that guy kind of sucks. Reed Detmer, that guy's kind of dog water. I don't think those guys are gonna have a good year. But we'll see. But Canning, Phil Seth, and I don't know why, but something tells me that Nolan Shanuel is going to go this whole year with that getting hit in the nuts. That's a little out there of a prediction, but
that's a really weird bet. That's a really weird prediction and bet. But I would have to say I'm going to double down on Sandoval being my comeback player of the year. There it is.
Oh, there you go. We all know that you were absolutely right about Suarez last year. So with that being said, guys, you could take it to the bank. You hear that? I mean, we're not allowed to give financial advice, but if I could, Todd is telling you guys to put money on Sandoval.
Bet Sandoval for the All-Star game. Go to Pachanga right now.
Hey, I heard a prophecy that if that happens, Big 20 is gonna, get a little action. But hey, I'm not gonna go there with that one. I'm just, for all the listeners out there who have, for whatever reason they care so much about that.
Yeah. I mean, some people are appalled, but some people are like, no, let him speak.
Well, yeah, man. It was nice to talk a little bit of predictions with you, but I'm excited. I'm excited for opening day tomorrow, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Roger Lodge is going to be spewing some absolute gospel like he always does, guys. So be prepared for whatever comes our way, because Roger Lodge says that you can call him a bootlicking houseman, but he said not to sleep on the Angels. So
exactly.
I believe that guy. When he talks, we listen.
Red carpet tomorrow in Tampa. There you go.
Hey, Chick-fil-A in Tampa with all those fans, huh? It's going to be a good time.
Sure will.
Hey, I heard the players, they're getting the best spread possible. Already sprung for Chick-fil-A.
Oh, wow. But he
Yeah,
said there was
I
a
know.
limit on
But
sauce, though.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, yo, Miguel Sano, you used to be fat, bro. No, you only get 2 sauces, okay?
Yeah, only 2. It's too much dipping.
Yeah. Yeah, the only person who's allowed to get multiple sauces is Sandoval and Canning because they're going to have great years.
Mhm.
So I'll leave it and have a good rest of the day, everybody. Remember, opening day tomorrow. See you guys.
I can't wait. Have a good one, Fernando. That's Fernando checking in right now. Let's get back into the comments. ShamWow's balls have gotten more action than Big 20. And longer, too, with a hit. The hell is a V card? I'm 23 and never. Oh, my God, Grill. Oh, my gosh. How do you not know what a V card is? He's like, I never got my card when I applied for that account. The inevitable Esteves blown save would have happened if Trout got those runners in. I have to disagree, AC. Until he breaks that record of his scoreless streak, I think he would have got it. The Halos of the Great White North check in, the podcast. Hey, Todd, how's it going, eh? Hope that you've all had dinner real soon, or hope for you're up for dinner real soon. Nah, I can't make it. That's way too far. Sandoval's WBC insanity or Linsanity run gave us all false hope. Ooh, being compared to Linsanity. Hammer's hammer is all shriveled up.
How dare you?
Rendon at leadoff. Fernando. Steve Elise is having emotional damage. Oh, of course, dude. She can't stand it.
Emotional damage.
We need Terry to ring in if he has a reception in the van. Dude, why didn't you put me in? I could have totally hit the ball 5 feet. Let me try. Watch it, Dad. Watch it, Dad. Boy, and that's another thing too. How in the world, Adele must be at the low totem pole along with Theis as far as players at Washington because neither one of them are getting many opportunities. Let's see. Halos of the Great White North say, Bernard says, how's it going, eh? Oh, my God. Let's keep our composure. Yeah, that was me in the beginning. I was yelling like crazy because it's just fresh off the loss, man.
Come on, all right, everybody. That's what I'm talking about, guys. We've made a great effort so far. Let's just keep it up.
That's right. We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've come too far. There's too much to lose. We've got to
7 and 8 now.
keep our composure.
Already said today that we get Chick-fil-A, but it's Sundays, so you get nothing bums. Oh, yeah, my wife says, how's it hanging, eh? She shouldn't be asking inappropriate questions like that. Grillmaster probably never been with a girl. The way he talks, why he doesn't know what a V card is. Rally Chris taking shots. Holy shit. Rally Chris. Oh, you're going to let him take that? Wow. Rally Chris. Rally Chris is like, I get more sex as a monkey. Let's see. Eric says, when does the season start?
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Head to Costco Grill and ask for a V card at the kiosk. Dan Rio says, I understand the V card thing, but is that a Gen Z thing? That's a new one. And today that might mean switching teams. James says, I really want to hear the excuses from Perry or Artie if we miss the playoffs. Don't feed me bullshit. You had every opportunity to sign pitchers and get rid of bad players. Preach, James. That is 100% true. But what will happen is we won't hear from Mr. Manassian because he probably won't re-sign or get re-signed. He'll just be let go. And then it'll fall all on Ron Washington, which will be unfair because he inherited this team. And of course, Artie won't say anything because he doesn't talk to the media. If you're a bourbon bottle or a vodka bottle, he will talk to you, but that's the only way. AC says send Adele to Philly so they can do their voodoo magic on him like Marsh. Suarez just walked another guy. The season starts after the trade deadline when we fall apart. Silent E says that's messed up. Marty says Riley Chris dropping it on Grill from the top rail. Yeah, he's probably doing like a swanton bomb right there, like the Hardy Boys. Time to get Bauer. It's been past time, bro. It has been past time. So let me go through the scoreboard real quick. We're still waiting if we have a podcast calling from Canada or we have our boy Artie. We'll take those phone calls, or maybe even Terry Smith. It just depends on who's available. I don't know about the Vans reception. But Sunday scores right now. Washington's beating Oakland, top of the sixth inning, 5-1. It should. Well, here's a phone call right now. It's the Halo Honk line.
Hey, what's let's talk about a green card.
No one said anything about a green card, Artie.
No.
It's
I hear my name in the chat, and then they say green card. They're all a bunch of racists. I know it.
Listen, Artie, I really wanted you to call like you did last time when we heard your clear voice. As soon as you had a drink. I mean, when did you start drinking today?
This is my clear voice. Jeez. Well, I've been talking clear ever since I met you.
You're slurring your voice. Look, last time when Sapphire picked up the phone and she says, wait for Artie Moreno, I was very excited because you were actually going to take some real baseball questions. Every time I ask you a baseball question, I get some sort of gibberish out of you.
Go ahead. Ask me a baseball question. Go ahead.
Okay, well, how about this then? The fans just asked, what's going to be an excuse at the end of the season when we miss the playoffs again?
I'm going to say, we're going to get them next year. Yeah, I answered it. Where's my apology for the green card comment?
Nobody said green card. We said V card.
I heard it. What the hell is a V card? Is that like a Visa?
No, it's nothing you swipe. It's something sort of like, hey, you know what? I lost my virginity. You know what I mean? So a cool way. Yeah, a cool way the kid. A cool way to say losing your virginity is a V card.
You know, I was 12. I had a teacher named Mrs. Jimenez. That woman had a turd cutter that could break your neck. She turned so fast looking at that sucker. Woo! One time she said, Arturo, you're going to stay after class. And I said, sure. And I started taking off my shirt.
So again, when
Wait. The story is not done. And as soon as I stood up, it was over. I was done.
But what is
I had the walk of shame all the way to the principal's office.
But again,
What do you want me to do?
but what did she do? What was that twist thing that you were talking about? I didn't even get that reference.
Oh, okay. She makes you turn your head. She walks by and you're like, oh, booty patrol.
Booty patrol.
Time to duck. It's time to duck. You know, that woman probably dead.
And
I will take a look at that booty.
But you knew that at 12 years old, booty patrol?
Oh yeah. We have all kinds of names. Bootylicious. Hey, the two hills. I don't remember. What are you making me conjure up old memories for? Wait, they say all kinds of things. Hey, that girl's got a good brownie baker.
Disgusting.
Oh, hey, it's not disgusting when you're looking at it.
I guess, Artie. Listen again. How do we get into your sexual escapades when we're trying to ask serious questions about the baseball?
Do you know nothing? I'll show you how to get into it real quick.
How?
Okay. You want me to
No, not that.
I thought you were. I was gonna say, be sure you wear your contraceptives. Girls a bit. Sometimes they're not even girls. I go there and say, hey, honey, how's it hanging? Oh, I didn't mean literally.
Have you done some traveling abroad? You know.
Oh yeah, I've been traveling with all kinds of broads. I had two of them on my side on the way to Honduras. I went all the way over there to go check out some some South American chick. And we went all day trying to learn Spanish. I didn't learn a lick of Spanish, but I learned how to lick. Love Spanish.
Two things I know about you, Artie, is that you love your alcohol, and you always are on a sexual, some sort of conquest, man. I mean,
Adventure. I'm like the Indiana Jones of boning.
you're the goddamn A train.
I'll use the whip. Oh, I think I have one here. It's in my drawer next to the contracts.
It's right next to the crayons that you look. Please tell me you wrote Rendon's contract out in a crayon so we could void it?
The crayon's on the top drawer. And no, that one was done professionally, unfortunately.
Oh.
I would love to turn around. Hey, I want to come out and say it. I don't think Rendon's been playing to his full potential.
No, he hasn't. I mean, even with his hits coming around lately, he still sucks.
Yeah, in the past couple of years, I'm going to come out there, maybe a shock to you guys, but he hasn't been the healthiest player either.
He's been as healthy as you've been sober.
Oh yeah. Oh, let me tell you, pal. Yeah. Oh wait.
Now I know you're starting to tire out a little bit. Can I get a train honking the horn real quick?
Hold
it. Hold it.
Oh, I'm okay.
Okay.
I swallowed it.
Good.
I'm good.
Good. Now, can I get?
The A train's made it, baby. I was doing the A train down in Honduras. Oh boy! All over the place.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure whatever you drank and whatever you ate's going to be all over the place. Poor Sapphire.
Oh, my DNA is all down South America. Let me tell you.
I wasn't talking about you.
No, that's you talking about, pervert.
I was talking about you spewing your guts, not leaving your little ones all over the place.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, you're getting weird with this, Todd. I was talking about a trip I took, and you got all crazy.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go now. I'm a little uncomfortable.
Yeah. I make you uncomfortable. Okay. All right, A Train.
All right, bye. Have a good night.
Yeah, we'll get him tomorrow, right?
We'll get him tomorrow.
That was Artie Moreno. Let me finish the scoreboard before we get out of here. Hold on. Let me get the comments real quick. Why are we debating about V cards? Everyone knows that you listen to Halos in the Infield, you automatically get laid. Unless the person says no, we don't consent to that. Damn, Fernando. You said a short one. That's what she said. Yeah, I said I was going to do a short rant, but this one took off a little bit. I'm going to finish up right here. I feel like Perry will leave if he is a decent enough GM to get a job somewhere else. I hope when he leaves, he shits all over Artie in the media. I hope that too. I hope the truth comes out. Season hasn't started yet. The Angels just a half game back at first. Yeah, we're not done yet. Scoreboard real quick before homeboy is on something good, Broman says. Also, see Mariners losing in the bottom of the sixth to the Cubs. Diamondbacks over the Cardinals 5-0. Raiders play the Padres later. Orioles finally split or get a game against the Brewers. 6-4. Pirates over the Phillies 9-2. Rockies suck. They lose to the Jays 5-0. Braves win 9-7 over the Marlins. Mets beat the Royals 2-1. Tigers beat the Twins 4-3. Yankees lose to the shitfucks 8-7 on a walk-off. And the Rays beat the Giants 9-4. Reds all over the Sox 11-4. And the Astros get their sixth win, beating the Rangers 8-5. So as I take off right now, they're calling me in right now to get back in the house with the kids and everything. I've been doing the show. So for everybody that called in and messaged and everything, we really appreciate it. Catch you on the flip side tomorrow as the Angels will take on Tampa Bay. I'll be on right after the game for the post game. Appreciate everybody being on. And then also Artie Moreno for checking in. Wish he was a little bit more sober so we can understand him. And thank you for One Jets Pod for helping out with the comments, as he does a great job. And he's produced a lot of the stuff that we got on our page as far as the awards and everything else like that. So hit him up if you haven't for not just Jets football, if you happen to be a Jets fan, but for NFL talk, the draft. He's got all that covered, along with Dominique from Catella Chronicles, who will join him. And also Dominique, if you want to follow him, if you're a Ducks fan for some reason. I'm a Ducks fan, but I hate to admit it, the way they've played the last couple of years. But you check out his stuff. He's got a lot of Duck stuff and some Angel stuff sprinkled in. So, and also check out The Chair. He wasn't on today, but he gives good food reviews and talks a lot of Raiders, not the Dodger kind, but the actual football kind. So with that being said, everyone have a good rest of your afternoon and weekend. We will see you tomorrow. Catch you on the flip side, everybody.